Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, doing another episode of Hidden Gems, and wow, how long has it been since I've done this segment? It's been quite a while. Anyways, the card that I'm talking about today is Skill Prisoner. It is what I think is going to become one of the more popular side deck cards in this format right now. A lot of people don't know of its existence. It's fairly new, and I think it's a card to definitely keep an eye on. Probably one of the cards you might want to pick up considering it's very cheap. Anyways, it's a normal trap out of Legacy of the Valiant. It's super rare, as I said. If you are not familiar with the card, let me educate you on it just for a bit. It says, target one card you control. This turn negates any monster effects that target that card. During either player's turn, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card you control. This turn negate any monster effects that target that card. So, I mean, the effect is very basic. It's very easy to understand. If your opponent uses a targeting monster effect against a card that you have on the board, you basically just negate it. You know, and what's really nice about this card, unlike a lot of the other protection cards, is your targeted card gets protection from any other monster that tries to target that card for the entire turn. So it doesn't matter if your opponent tries to target that card with 6 different monsters during that turn, none of them are going to actually work. And you might immediately notice that you can trigger this card's effect twice, so it's very similar to something like Breakthrough Skill, but the reason I like it much more than Breakthrough Skill right now is simply because the second activation, the second time that you activate its effect, it's way more effective. You know, with Breakthrough Skill, the second time you tried to trigger it, it could only be done during your turn, making it pretty damn situational in my book. Like, it was good against Ophion and then pretty much a bunch of shitty ass stall monsters like Gachi, Zen-Mains, and Spirit Reapers. So it was like, yeah, it was really great the first time, but then the second time it was kind of like a lackluster. And some of you guys are probably thinking, okay, well, gee, it only stops targeting monster effects, and Breakthrough Skills stopped any type of monster effect. But the thing you have to look at is, you know, 2 of the top decks in this format right now, that's pretty damn important. Like, that's a pretty big deal. You look at Fire Fist, stopping Bear, stopping Gorilla. I mean, that's like half the fucking deck right there is based around like those 2 monsters and just them constantly blowing shit up. You know, you look at Mermill, you know, now I can stop Marksman, I can stop Aqua Spirit, I can stop Heavy Infantry. You know, you even think about the side deck cards that a deck like Mermill can make. Okay, well, your Draco Sack, I can stop that, I can stop Big Eye. You know, the real beauty of Skill Prisoner isn't just that it stops these cards, but you actually get the fucking set cards again. Like I've said on this channel time and time again, you know, Geargia and to a lesser extent Evil Swarm, I mean, these decks just constantly get shit on by Fire Fist because, I mean, let's be real, I mean, Fire Fist Bear steps into the club like fuck everybody. And he's just a card that doesn't really allow you to, well, first off, you can't set monsters against Fire Fist because Bear's just going to blow that shit up. And if you have Ophion on field, Bear don't give a shit. I mean, he can just blow his ass up. So this lets you put that bitch-ass Fire Fist Bear in his place. And after you get to run his ass over, you're already locked and loaded for your next turn. So the next time in the duel your opponent tries to use Bear Gorilla, you know that you already have an answer for that. I mean, the same principle goes for Mermill. So, you know, if I'm looking at Evil Swarm now, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, subject myself to hyperbole, but if you get Ophion on board turn 1 with this against Mermill or Fire Fist, it's basically fucking GG. I mean, they have to use a bear, and you negate that, and then what? They eat a bunch of damage, you're protected from spells and traps, and the next time they try to use bear again, you negate that shit too, and you win. So, I think the card is really, really good. You know, you no longer have to worry about protecting your Geargia armor and getting popped by a marksman or something like that stupid. You know, I also think that it's worth mentioning that this card is also very good. It's very effective against the heavily played Effect Veiler, which everybody knows is a card out there just waiting to be played so that it can pretty much fuck up one of your key monster effects that you need to win the game. I think that the card is also pretty noteworthy in Harpies. I like it there because you can use it in conjunction with Magical Hat, so you don't even have to draw it. I mean, you can just dump it straight into the graveyard, and then when you want to summon Harpy Chandler, you don't have to worry about her getting hit by Valor and you just not being able to do much about that. So I like this card a lot. Again, it's like a $5 super rare now. It might be one of those cards to keep your eyes on, especially if Mermail and Fire Fist continue to be, you know, among some of the best decks of the format. Let me know what you guys think. The card is fucking amazing in Evil's form. I mean, you're telling me you can't target my Ophion and you can't use spell or traps against it? How the fuck are you killing Ophion? I mean, seriously. Thank you guys for watching as always. Subscribing makes life happy.